ABC 7 Bangor.
This is ABC 7 News at Noon.
Firefighters responded to a Newburgh home that was struck by lightning Thursday. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. Coming up, we'll hear from the first responders. We also have an update on a shooting that took place on May 20th in Augusta. One man died from that shooting. And we'll look at day 2 of the National Governors Conference that's going on in Portland. That's coming up along with the rest of our stories. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, happy Friday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks, across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Alrighty, look at the radar picture. Things looking pretty nice out there this afternoon, though. With a lot of sunshine, we'll be watching for maybe a few clouds developing during the afternoon. There's a little boundary that's going to try to sneak in here. Maybe a sprinkle not out of the question before this begins to taper off. But otherwise, though, high pressure is going to be tracking in from the southwest, going toward the north and east, keeping us nice into tonight as well before more clouds begin to move in, with our next round of showers and thunderstorms coming up over the next few days. But for now, though, there's a small chance for clouds and maybe a sprinkle before we're all finished up. But otherwise, though, clouds will be approaching again as we head towards the overnight period tonight and the daytime tomorrow. The winds will not be a big deal at all, mainly at around 5 to 10 miles per hour sustained, but gusts up to maybe 15 miles per hour. Can't be ruled out as we head towards the afternoon period. So your forecast for today, lower 80s, mostly sunny, maybe some sprinkles on the way. Very small chance of that overall. Most of us should stay dry and sunny with that northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper 50s becoming partly cloudy and the wind overall looking nice and calm. And for tomorrow, though, lower 80s, mostly cloudy with a slight chance for a few rain showers. Southwest wind getting up to 20 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period. A lot of sunshine. Again, maybe a sprinkle. Highs in the lower 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. Firefighters responded to a Newburgh home that was struck by lightning Thursday afternoon. Newburgh Fire Chief Brent Summers says they responded to a call about a lightning strike at a house on the Kennebec Road in Newburgh. Crews arrived to find smoke in the cellar, but no flames. Chief Summers says the family did the right thing by calling 911 right away.
Don't ever hesitate. If you even suspect, dial 911. Let us get there. Let us find out if there's anything that needs to be worried about. Make sure you get out of the house.
Chief Summers thanked the nearby departments that provided mutual aid. The Maine Attorney General's office has determined the shooting death of a Lewiston man was in self-defense. The shooting took place just before 11 a.m. on May 20th at the Ready Road Service Towing Company on the Riverside Road in Augusta. 36-year-old Tyler Morin died as a result of his injuries. A spokesperson says after reviewing all the investigative reports, the Attorney General's office has determined 48-year-old Rob Drummond of Augusta acted in self-defense when he shot Morin. No criminal charges will be filed. The Maine Department of Corrections has confirmed another death at the Maine Correctional Center. According to the MDOC, at approximately 1:30 Thursday morning, 21-year-old Alexander Lewis of Wilton passed away. The Attorney General's office and Maine Medical Examiner have been notified. In June of this year, Lewis was sentenced to the Maine Department of Corrections for 2 years after pleading guilty to multiple offenses. The Kennebec County Grand Jury has indicted a man on attempted murder charges in connection with a shooting incident in Waterville. 29-year-old Morris Watkins Cundiff was arrested in April after police received several complaints of shots being fired around Pleasant Street. Police say Watkins Cundiff allegedly fired multiple rounds at another person during a domestic dispute when that person tried to leave in a vehicle. According to police, Watkins Cundiff attempted to chase the person, but police intervened. Watkins Cundiff was also indicted on several other charges, including reckless conduct with a dangerous weapon, domestic violence assault, and criminal OUI. 2 people arrested on drug charges stemming from a shooting in Randolph were also indicted by the grand jury. 35-year-old Eric Cooper and 40-year-old Meredith Prue were indicted on multiple charges, including aggravated drug trafficking and violation of conditions of release. One person was injured in the shooting that happened on Belmont Avenue in April, which police say was accidental. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Right now, tech jobs are in high demand, careers that pay 40% more than what the average college graduate earns. It's why a number of school districts, including those in Maine, are now encouraging female and minority students to consider careers in technology.
Computer sciences is a high priority. No matter what occupation or career you pursue, you're going to need to know a lot about computers. and we need to start at the early grades.
According to a Governors Association study of U.S. schools, 60% of Maine schools offer computer science classes. But Governor Mills says the Department of Education is working to help schools integrate project-based computer science education, starting with pre-kindergartners.
I'm a strong believer in starting coding and computer science practices in the early grades. In the Lewiston school system, you can go into first and second grade and see some kids flying drones around the gym.
National Governors Association Chair, Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson, says it's all about jobs.
But our progress as a society will be guided by advances in technology.
There are now more than 650,000 open computing jobs nationwide. To fill those jobs, many schools have added coding, cybersecurity, robotics, and game design into their curriculums.
Our students are more energized than ever before. Maine School of Math and Science. These are brilliant kids. We have the Rue Institute, and we have career exploration programs.
The governor's also heard from the CEO of Intel, a giant in the manufacture of semiconductors. Intel has plans to build new computer chip plants in Arizona and Ohio.
I have more than tripled the capital outlays as we're building manufacturing facilities. And with that, we've put our chips on the table with the presumption that Congress has finished its job.
Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, Maine Senator Angus King announced a historic investment for broadband for the state. When we return, we'll take a look at what that means for rural Maine. We'll be right back.
Hey Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you can have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
I know there's conflicting information about Dupuytren's contracture.
I thought I couldn't get treatment yet.
Well, people may think that their contracture has to be severe to be treated, but it doesn't. If you can't lay your hand flat on the table, talk to a hand specialist.
But what if I don't want surgery?
Well, then you should find a hand specialist certified to offer non-surgical treatments.
What's the next step?
Visit findahandspecialist.com today to get started.
JC Auto Body is expanding once again. Welcome to JC Auto Express, our new 5,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility, offering our customers the same great experience, now in as little as 1 to 3 days. Because who cares about your time?
At JC Auto Express, we do.
Exact color match technology, certified aluminum repair. Plus, JC Auto Express will even take care of your rental car. Because who cares about you?
At JC Auto Body, we do.
I work long hours to provide for my family, but with runaway inflation, it's getting harder to make ends meet. Instead of lowering costs for families, Washington liberals are attacking America's tech innovators. That's the wrong agenda at the wrong time. The left's bill will destroy jobs, make China stronger, and America weaker. Working people like me will pay the price. No Republican senator should support this liberal agenda. Tell Senate conservatives to reject the left's bill.
This week on...
It's a party every night.
And our players can barely contain their excitement.
All right, no more caffeine for Chris Middleton.
Plus, how well do you know America's game?
Here's a quiz for you folks at home.
Pat reveals a real secret.
This will surprise you.
That leaves Vanna saying...
Really?
Really, I swear to you.
This week on Wheel of Fortune.
It looks like you're going to have fun tonight.
Yay! Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
The city of Ellsworth has approved their budget for the upcoming school year. Since the school budget was not included in the primary election, the city of Ellsworth held a special municipal election on Tuesday. City Clerk Tony Dyer says a total of 680 ballots were cast. Of those, 547 voted in favor of the $25 million spending plan for the Ellsworth schools. 132 people voted against it.
Passing this budget allows them to continue to operate. You know, the kids need to go to school and have enough teachers to teach them. They need to go to school and have the books and supplies that they need. do well as food. Our schools now are providing many kids, some of the kids, that's the only meals that they're getting is from our school department. So this is huge for the kids in the Ellsworth school system.
The City Council will finalize the school budget at their next meeting on Monday, July 18th. It's been a hot real estate market in Maine for the past few years, but there are signs that it's starting to change. Realty experts say there is now a cooling off period tied to the Federal Reserve raising interest rates. It's leading to a shift from a buyer's market to a seller's market.
It hasn't swung all the way to buyers, but we are seeing a much more balanced market between the two. And really that comes down to buyers feeling a little bit more emboldened to maybe not go as far over asking.
Landry says in southern Maine, some buyers are now even offering less than asking, which has not been the norm for the past few years. They're also seeing buyers change their minds and back out of deals. Landry says buyers are worried about inflation, and some are opting to wait 6 months or so to see where the market lands. Maine Senator Angus King announced a historic investment for broadband in Maine. Matthew Duroncic has more.
Senator Angus King and White House American Rescue Plan Coordinator Gene Sperling announced the approval of a $110 million investment in Maine's broadband infrastructure during a virtual press conference Thursday. The investment is coming from the American Rescue Plan's Capital Fund, which is negotiated by Senator King. King was joined by U.S. Treasury Chief Recovery Officer Jacob Liebenluff, as well as Senators Amy Klobuchar and Chris Van Hollen and others. The group talked about the plan and how it will benefit the nation as well as the state of Maine.
What we're talking about now is supporting bringing all of America into the 21st century economy, enabling seniors to connect with their healthcare providers by telehealth, enabling students to connect with their schools, to do their homework.
Funding from the plan will go to Maine Infrastructure Ready, a program that provides 22,000 Mainers with high-speed and reliable internet across the state. Senator King says he's been advocating for this type of investment for the past 10 years.
We have schools in rural Maine. I was just meeting with the superintendent yesterday where there's no connection to the home. So the kids go to the school where we do have a connection, sit out next to the school and do their homework at 9 o'clock at night because they're getting in onto the network that's available at the school building.
Besides Maine, 3 other states are included in the plan. Senator King says the funding will help make Maine a better place to live and work.
But providing broadband to the small towns in rural America, which this initiative is going to do, will enable people to expand their economic opportunities and still stay in the communities where they grew up, where they love, where they want to live. And that's really, I think, at the heart of this.
Matthew Duroncic, ABC7, Fox 22.
Is working from home a good trade-off for better pay? A research paper from the National Economic Bureau research finds that working remotely has become so valuable to workers, they're trading pay raises for the ability to work away from the office. Workers are forgoing raises or taking voluntary pay cuts in order to choose where they can work, even for a few days a week. The study believes this will hold back wage growth across the economy by 2 percentage points in the coming years. Now with Friday's business news, here's Leo Jonathan.
The Dow and S&P 500 closed lower for a 5th straight day yesterday. The S&P was down by 0.3%, the Dow off 0.5%. J.P. Morgan Chase and Morgan Stanley both missed analyst forecasts. More earnings results from financial institutions are due out today. China's economy shrank in the second quarter from April to June compared to the first quarter. The world's second largest economy contracted by 2.6%. The Chinese government asserts that a stable recovery is underway. General Motors and Pilot are partnering to build electric vehicle charging stations across the country. The companies say they'll add 2,000 fast charging stalls to 500 Pilot and Flying J locations beginning next year. And sources tell the Wall Street Journal Amazon is cutting the number of items it sells under its own brands due to disappointing sales and is discussing leaving some business altogether. Amazon's private label activity has generated controversy because it competes with other sellers on its platform, prompting antitrust scrutiny from lawmakers and regulators. I'm Leo Jonathan with Friday's Business on ABC7.
Americans age 50 or older are powering the growth of streaming in the U.S. by making up the biggest increase in the time spent on Netflix, Hulu, and YouTube. This year, as of May, 39% of all streaming time belonged to that same age group. This increase in streaming by older people comes as 30 to 40-year-olds part with their cable service. Coming up, the University of Maine Cooperative Extension held its annual Wild Blueberry Field Day yesterday. We'll hear from some blueberry growers and what the event means for business. That's next. We'll be right back.
Winter Harbor Lobster Co-op is a small group of independent Maine fishermen who want to make sure you get the freshest lobsters we can provide. To do that, we sell direct to the public to avoid long storage times and inflated prices. For the best quality, texture, and taste, our live lobsters have to have ideal conditions from the time we catch them to when they arrive at your table. Please browse our website for fantastic deals on real, fresh Maine lobster and other seafood. Winter Harbor Lobster Co-op, from our boats to your door.
Being injured in an accident can change the way you enjoy life with family and friends. At times like this, you need expert help to recover both your health and financial well-being. You have one opportunity for justice. Don't risk dealing with the insurance companies on your own. Call Joe now for a free evaluation. There's no fee unless you win. Get the help you need and the justice you deserve. We're the law offices of Joe Bornstein. There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor is the best and only spot you should go to for your rug cleanings. Serving Maine for more than 70 years, we care about your rugs. Clean rugs last longer, and our family takes pride in being the professionals that you can trust. Our cleaning process consists of soaking your rug in a bath, shampooing, rinsing, and drying in a humidity-controlled dry room, making sure no detail is overlooked. Need a repair? We fully service every type of rug for you. Saliba's Rug Cleaners.
We care about your rugs.
I'm Mike Huckabee, former governor of Arkansas and 2016 presidential candidate. Like many of you, I've struggled to get a good night's sleep until about 2 years ago. That's when I saw an ad on TV for Relaxium Sleep, and it literally changed my life. Developed by renowned neurologist Dr. Eric Ciliberti, Relaxium Sleep is clinically proven to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up refreshed. Relaxium's triple action formula addresses 3 key factors that contribute to insomnia. With Relaxium Sleep, I fall asleep as soon as my head hits the pillow. I find I've got more energy and focus. They're so confident it'll work for you, they're giving away 1,000 bottles today.
Fall asleep, stay asleep, wake refreshed with clinically proven Relaxium Sleep. Call 800-519-4760 to receive your risk-free 1-month supply of Relaxium Sleep and free expedited shipping. Act now. Call 800-519-4760 or visit tryrelaxium.com.
75 never looked so good. St. Joseph's Hospital is celebrating its 75th anniversary by hosting a series of events. A.J. Douglas spoke with employees about what makes the community hospital so special.
St. Joseph Healthcare employees recently unearthed a 15-year-old time capsule while celebrating 75 years of serving the Bangor community. The hospital is currently planning to bury a new capsule, but first, healthcare professionals who contributed to the very beginning of St. Joseph's legacy shared stories and laughs.
They really laid down the mission and the quality of this organization. And I think their intent was they wanted to lay those seeds in the lay people who are in this organization to carry on that mission of quality.
President Mary Privolo says St. Joe's is steadily changing to adapt to community members' needs.
Our community is struggling with substance use disorder, homelessness, human trafficking. So St. Joe's functions as a convener. So working with other agencies in the community, we have worked to form the Community Health Leadership Board that has been working for years to work on treatment and prevention of substance use disorder.
As this healthcare facility celebrates the milestone, staff are focused on continuing to promote wellness for years to come.
My hopes for the future is that we continue to serve this community. My ultimate dream would be that we don't have substance use disorder to the extent that we do now, that we don't have the number of vulnerable populations. But if we do, that we have good networks and prevention models in place to be able to care for those individuals.
The new capsule is set to be buried later this fall. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Experts are offering tips on how to avoid sun-induced health issues this summer. With more, here's ABC's Jay O'Brien.
Summer typically means soaking up lots of sunshine, but experts say this can be potentially dangerous if not mitigated correctly, and are offering some tips to help avoid sun damage and cancer. Experts at the Christ Hospital Health Network in Ohio recommended these ways to be safe in the sun. Put on sunscreen that is SPF 30 or higher, water resistant, and broad spectrum every 2 hours. Avoid the sun between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. when the UV rays are strongest. Never use a tanning bed because it poses risks of skin cancer. Experts say be aware of your own skin because anyone, regardless of skin tone, can get skin cancer. And if you see any new or growing mole, be sure to see your board-certified dermatologist as soon as possible. With this Medical Minute, I'm Jay O'Brien.
The University of Maine Cooperative Extension held its annual Wild Blueberry Field Day on Thursday. Dylan Holloway has the details.
University of Maine researchers, farmers, company vendors, and blueberry fanatics gathered in Jonesboro on Thursday for the UMaine Cooperative Extension's Wild Blueberry Field Day. Wild blueberry specialist Dr. Lily Calderwood says the day is a great chance for blueberry enthusiasts to learn new things, communicate with each other, and catch up.
We have a great turnout today. I'm happy to see farmers from Mid-Coast made the trip all the way out here, and the Down East folks have also driven. You know, Washington County is a big place, so it's great to have the two groups meet, and they learn a lot from each other. And we also have a lot of the processors here and other stakeholders in the industry.
Ed Hennessy has been blueberry farming since 1975, but says he still attends the annual field day to review techniques and meet the next generation of farmers.
I was very surprised to see so many younger farmers here today. That's really good for the farming industry.
Calderwood says the blueberry industry is huge in the state of Maine, and it's important to hold events like Wild Blueberry Field Day. She says there are around 40,000 acres of blueberries in the state, which are managed by just under 500 growers.
Our farmers are incredibly hardworking and thoughtful people, and they really think about all the management that they do, regarding bees, regarding soil health. So they are here with really good intentions, and hopefully people appreciate that.
Several topics were covered throughout the day, such as integrated pest management, crop management, drought management, and adaptation to climate change. When I asked Lily, Ed, and others how the day went, they all seemed to respond pretty much the same way. It couldn't have been any sweeter. Reporting from Jonesboro, I'm Dylan Holloway for ABC7 and Fox 22.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
When pipes froze and water damage ravaged a home, Bouchard Cleaning was there to restore and dry things up. When a home in Wells needed mold remediation, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration performed as promised. From Madawaska to Owl's Head, Ashland to Bath, we've answered the call. More than just a cleaning company, we're restoring Maine. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
We're a AAA family.
We found out about AAA insurance through a friend who had actually mentioned it a while ago. We ran the numbers and it totally worked.
We looked at the statement for our previous insurer and then AAA insurance. Definitely, we've seen a huge difference.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
By switching over to AAA insurance, we saved over $450. So with our savings, he bought more equipment.
More money means more practice equipment.
In his world.
Why didn't we do this earlier? Why did it take so long?
We're a AAA family now.
AAA insurance allows us to do so much more with our kids and spend more time with them.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 877-209-5384 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
This week on Jeopardy! Mark the veterinarian is ready for wildlife categories.
I got to work on cheetahs, bobcats, Burmese pythons, red-tailed hawk.
Wow! But we have a summer blockbuster instead.
Characters in the movie. The first in a series had Morpheus, Trinity, and Agent Smith.
And a little fun with numbers.
4, 4. 4, 4, 4, 4.
See what all the fours are for.
Looks like a perfect formula for another great game.
This week on Jeopardy!
All this week at 7:30, only on ABC7.
The University of Maine honored a former student who hopes to encourage others to pursue their dream careers. Karen Boudreau and her husband pledged funds to renovate existing campus spaces. On Thursday, University officially renamed North Stevens Hall after the Brewer native. The San Diego-based attorney credits her UMaine education for her 35-year career representing several international corporations. She says she hopes to inspire others like her. Karen L. Boudreau Hall will continue to house classes for liberal arts and a variety of programs geared toward preparing future leaders. The Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife will be accepting applications online for their antlerless deer permit lottery. There is no fee to enter the lottery, but there is a $14 fee if a hunter is chosen in the lottery. Applicants must have a current valid Maine big game hunting license unless hunting on their own land. Winners will be notified by the IFW website on September 1st and emailed shortly after with instructions on claiming the permit. The deadline hits precisely on August 1st at 11:59 p.m. To apply, head to the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife website. Information and the application can be found under the Hunting and Trapping section. Now let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Happy Friday, Devin.
Alrighty, TGIF, your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Beautiful out there this afternoon, though, with a lot of clear skies, a lot of sunshine, maybe a few clouds that we'll have to watch out for during the afternoon period. As we'll watch our next system, I'll try to sneak in here soon. Just a boundary that we have our eye on for now. High pressure is also in control, but a few clouds, maybe a sprinkle, not out of the question as we head towards the afternoon period. But a lot of this out toward the west will soon be heading in our direction with more chances for showers and thunderstorms. Wave heights are only at around 2 feet right now, so things are pretty calm at this point and will stay calm for most of the daytime period, though. But again, some gusty winds trying to sneak up to maybe 15 miles per hour at best, but then calming down overnight tonight. But then by tomorrow, nothing too ridiculous as we start things off. So the winds behaving themselves around this part of the region. Overall, though, high temperatures the last couple of days were in the middle 80s, about 4 degrees above average. Our average high is now ticked up to 81 degrees. We'll be near that today and tomorrow in the lower 80s, the upper 80s on the way Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, getting humid as well, with lower 80s on the way as we head towards Wednesday and Thursday. And the dew points will be on the rise again, unfortunately, though, so getting more uncomfortable again, especially by next week. Look at Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 2 points possibly in the lower 70s, so make sure to have those AC units ready to go yet again. Your UV index forecast for today is at a 7. That is considered high, so that means a burn time of around 30 minutes. So hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary as you head out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. Futurecast moving forward, beautiful day. Mostly sunny with those clouds moving through with a small chance for a few sprinkles before we're all finished up. And then by tomorrow, though, watching for more clouds moving in overnight tonight and tomorrow as well, as we'll be watching a little system trying to sink through, maybe a chance for a few showers before we're all finished up there. But then overnight, things begin to calm down for the most part under a partly cloudy sky. So your forecast for today, lower 80s, mostly sunny, maybe a few sprinkles possible. That northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper 50s becoming partly cloudy and the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, lower 80s, mostly cloudy with a small chance for a few rain showers late in the day. That southwest wind getting up to 20 miles per hour later on in the day. Alrighty, here's a look at your Scott's Recreation extended forecast. More storms as we head towards Sunday, highs in the upper 80s. Upper 80s on Monday with a small chance for thunderstorms. And more storms by Tuesday, highs in the upper 80s.
Thank you, Devin. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a good afternoon and a great weekend.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine for more than 30 years with an extensive inventory of equipment and tools, including excavators, chippers, aerial lifts, skid steers, mini skid steers and attachments, pressure washers, and dump trailers. If you can't find it on our website,